Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Ready? You ready? Check right 54. Right 54. Who that? Who that?
Now they try the right side here. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Second and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
To throw, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check General West. Let's go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Ito Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here we go. Set. 8-3. Topper. Topper.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pace. He's got Smith here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Fair. Get it.
From the gun, Pace. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first down carry for Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On the ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers' 36-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Here we go. Hey! Right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pace. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You ready? 45. Check my 45. Go. Showing it. Shift. Go.
On 3rd down, Smith. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Wait. 55. You must be getting tired of seeing that.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. 5.
Operating from the gun. Pace. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. The 30, 10, 5, and finally of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And 10 yards to go.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the gun, Pace. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of...
And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
They'll come out in the pistol. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Third and goal. Winston flushed out right. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready? 60 or. We ain't giving up nothing today.
From the gun on third down. Pace. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big...
And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. He finds an opening past the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Ito Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. That'll
be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike 55. Vamos. Same. Flip it. Let me go.
Winston to throw it this time. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Jameis now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Going up top for Miller. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Check six guy. Check. Alert 3.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
At the 4-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got him. Let's go.
They'll run it again with Smith. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Back at the 1-yard line.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, watch it.
To throw from his end zone. Pace. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, exit. Check.
Operating from the gun. Pace. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Callaway. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, come on. Hey, stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in the...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Ito Smith. His 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Here we go, even.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, watch the slant. Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Let's go.
Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I got you. I got you.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
I'm coming after you.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ready. Back 25 behind. Kill. Turn up.
On 1st and 10, Winston looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
Ready. Flag. Put it out. 154. Hey, get the way. Easy. Follow. 54.
Here's Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
On the jet sweep, this is Godwin, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Play action now. Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 44-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. No. All day, baby. All day.
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moore. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
70, Indy. 5.
Back to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On 4th down, Pace letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
We got this.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Ready? Back to the back, behind. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. In your face.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Panthers' 28-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready. Watch it goodbye. All day, all day. Wait. Tighten up. Check.
Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, I'm coming. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Shoot.
To throw on third down. Pace. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And watch the legs.
Hey, let's go.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Get.
On first and 10. Pace. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Sam off.
Don't get nervous.
Ready?
To throw again. Pace. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
Let's go, D.
Hard.
It's going to be a long day.
Yo, be crippled.
Looking to throw. Pace. James has got it. Complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. On fourth down. Pace. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a first down. Some big-time drama as the game continues. They had to have that fourth down conversion. They made it work.
And you and I have both seen play callers' play sheets, right? And a lot of them look like, menus at restaurants. They always have a special section for those plays when you absolutely have to have a first down, a touchdown, a big play. They went to that section right there and dialed that one up.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
At the Bucs 45-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, check 24. Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially keep this game alive at OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. And let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits.